Where's the car content gone? There's literally no reason for me to be doing car content because I just can drive. So there's not really any point in doing car. What type of car content would you like? I don't see, like, car content is interesting when someone's like doing their lessons and like going through all of that, but like when someone can drive, why would you want car content? I'm not a car creator. I spent the whole day today, girls, deep cleaning my sitting room, and when I tell you it feels like a new room. I finally got my curtains back up. I did that, by the way. All I've left to do is to stain strike this sofa because, as you can see, there is marks on it. Worst thing I ever did was buy a cream sofa because everything shows up to it on it. And this is where Alex and his friends tend to hang out. So they put their fucking feet up on the sofa, all this shite. So you can see there's a couple of little marks on the sofa. Also, we did have a rug here and I got rid of it because it was a textured rug and it really held on to dirt and it just felt disgusting. So I got rid of it like a couple of months back, but I think I'm going to get a new rug, not textured, and a coffee table, some form of a coffee table. I really, really want a new coffee table and a rug for this room, and then I'm done with this room. But I have big plans for my kitchen. Do you want to see? Do you want to see? Kitchen, I might even start next, girls, because holy moly, I have such fun plans. Do your cats not wreck the rug? To be honest, I would rather they had a rug because we're fighting an endless battle at the moment with them scraping furniture. They have destroyed every single piece of furniture in my house. And I know it's my fault because I didn't correct the behaviour when they were younger. Because I thought, oh, it's cute. Now I have a hole in my sofa. The leather is pulled off all of our chairs here, which doesn't bother me because we were never intended to keep them. But the sofa bothers me. But also, I'll probably get rid of that sofa anyway. But, so I would rather they had a rug to take their scraping out on. They have endless amounts of toys of scraping things, but also we're getting a catio built very soon. That will be done. Well, not very soon. It's in like October. That's when he's available. So, I'm hoping that when we have the catio and they have access to go inside, outside, whenever they want, that the scraping, like, they don't scrape out of boldness, they actually scrape out of excitement. So whenever they're really excited, whenever I'm like, oh, baby, hello, they go like this. Or if we come in, they scrape. It's usually when they're having a big emotion. This is my plan for the kitchen. Obviously not exactly like this, but island, I got tape. I'm gonna do the tape. Island, green, presses pink, tiles maybe white. That's my plan for the kitchen. I'm so sick of grey and beige and neutrals. I want colour, lots of colour. I want to wake up and I want to bathe in colour. And I already have pink prints here. And I don't know what I'll do about this sofa. I do know that you can paint furniture. And I follow a girl on here that's been painting her furniture. So I'm thinking, option A, paint sofa pink. Option B, get new sofa. But another thing that I've been wanting to do, actually, because my living room is so awkward, let me show you, is knock French doors into this wall, into our living room. Does anyone know how much that costs, guys? And close this door. Sorry, hopefully you can hear me. You're going to say, Niamh, why would you close up this door? But it is, number one, not even functional because it's a fucking sliding door. It's not keeping any noise out. Number two, this room is like narrow and not very wide. So what that means is we were really limited when getting this sofa. We had to get such a small sofa because there is not room for a bigger sofa in this room. So my idea is if we put French doors here, open this up, close this doorway, and then that leaves us with all of here that we can do sofa, armchair, whatever we want. So that is my idea, and that's what I'd like to do eventually with this room. But obviously I feel like a lot of other things take precedent, but that is the eventual outcome of what I would like to do with this room. So yeah. If anybody knows a price-wise how much it is to have French doors knocked in, please let me know. Is it a load-bearing wall? What does that mean? You're speaking to the biggest idiot ever. How do I tell? It's by knocking on it. I feel like a lot of the time it's by knocking. Hold on. I have no idea if it's a main wall. I don't know if it holds up the house. That's a really good question. So could I not do French ones? Is this load bearing? Can anyone tell? It doesn't feel very solid, but none of my walls do. Like, look, this one doesn't feel solid. You can still hear a knock there, but that obviously is a load bearing wall because it's the outside wall of the fucking house. It would need a beam. I don't think this one probably is a load bearing wall. I'm not sure though. Can you tell by the knock? What do we think? It sounds hollow. Jenny, we heard you for the first time. Did you ever bog off? So may not be as bad. If anybody's done it, it's not a new build. It's like a 2000s build, I think. I know, I'm just wondering if there's anybody that's done it that can give me a ballpark figure so that I'm prepared. Yeah, it is renovated. So the people that lived here before us, he was actually like a builder. So hallelujah. This actually, a lot of this is an extension. So like the kitchen actually would have ended here. So see that wall that juts out? That was the end of the kitchen. The rest is an extension. And then our front is also an extension. They opened up their kitchen, yeah, completely. The front porch is also completely an extension. Do you sing, what does that mean? Me. Hun block Jenny. Okay. Jenny, I don't know what you think putting my car reg in is going to do, like do you think anyone gives a fuck about my car reg? What are you going to do? Pay my motor tax? Please, be my guest. I wouldn't mind. I haven't even been near Liffey Valley. So it's just somebody being a smart ass. Beyond me how they would write my car reg, though. It's kind of strange. And I should probably go to the guards because I actually seen a car driving really slowly by my house earlier. And it makes me think, like, is somebody stalking me? No. No. I'm not getting jaw surgery. Guys, I feel like I'm lost. I don't know what to have here for dinner. Hold on. I have cameras, guys. We have full CCTV in our house because the people before us had CCTV hooked up because he owned a business or some shite. So let me just go out and ask Alex what he wants for dinner. Because there's a couple of options here. We are having pasta. That is today's dinner. What's the situation with the Dublin Rose? I don't know what you're on about. Right, we need to boil a large pot of water. Excuse me, where's my large pot? It's right here. Have you ever been stalked before? Yes, I have. And I'd have a fair idea it's probably the same people again. The only thing that kind of worries me is that I haven't been to Liffey Valley. Actually, I was there with my sister, but I was parked between two cars. So there's no way that I could have been parked outside the lines between two cars. That's the last time I was in Liffey Valley, was with my sister. So, and that was the day before my sister left. So it must have just been someone that's seen me there in Liffey Valley with my sister that day and maybe took a picture to remember my reg, which is just so weird. Like, I don't show my reg online, but I don't care if anyone has my reg. Like, what are you going to do? Pay my tax? Please be my guest. Please pay my tax. Like, what can you do with my... What do you benefit from writing my car registration into a lie? Like, there's nothing anyone can do with your car reg, you know? People just don't show it for privacy, but it's not like an address. Do you get me? But please, Jenny, if you're watching on your other backup account, that I'm sure you have, please be my guest. Go on and pay my tax for me, please. You could even pay my insurance if you wanted. I'd be down for it, to be honest. It must be someone, that's the only thing I can think is, me and my sister were up in Liffey Valley the other day and it was really busy. But like, writing, number one, who gives a fuck if I parked in or outside the lines? Like, no one actually cares. Number two, I couldn't have possibly been outside the lines because I was between two cars, and I'm actually such a good parker because my car has 360 cameras to show me the lines. When I drive into a parking spot, I see the parking spot on top. I must show you one day, but I see my car driving into the parking spot. So like, I never park outside the lines, not because I'm a good driver, because my car physically basically parks for me. You know what I mean? The only time you might see me parked very dodgy is when I'm parked on the street, because sometimes I'm not great at pulling up on the curb because I've curbed my car so many times that I'm a bit scared of curbs now. But I'm good at parallel parking, so it's weird. Anyway, guys, welcome to my life. Always having somebody stalking me in some form. Do social media, they said. And this is why, guys, me and Alex have spoke a lot recently about, like, what would we do? What would we do? If I have a child, I won't show my child ever on social media, ever. And it's because of people like that. Like, I am so fearful for when I have a child, them being bullied on social media just simply for being my child. I see it happening all of the time. Like, influencers' children are bullied and they're babies. Like, they're literally babies and they're being bullied on social media. So I fully have made the decision that I don't even know if I'd share a name. I think I might share a initial rather than a name. I feel like some things are just so much better private. Like, especially something like your child's name or your child's face. Particularly, I'm unsure about the name because I know lots of people share a name and it's not really that identifying, I suppose. But then I'm also like, I really want to have a really unique name that like not many kids have. So I don't want to... Can we just mute that account because I'm missing loads of your actual comments. No No, I don't think I'd move country again. I'd definitely go and do a year abroad somewhere, but I don't think that I'd like permanently move away again. But yeah, face 1,000,000% I will never show. No, that's not my mom. That's my mom's cousin though, Sonia. Love Sonia. No, I'm not pregnant, girls. We're just talking hypothetically, sorry. Hypothetically, Casey doesn't share her boyfriend's name. Very true. Very true. Yeah, I think I would probably just do an initial. Why do strangers need to know your child's name? Or like, and do you know what I mean? Do you know who I really, really fuck with? And I think that she is exactly how I would do it if I had a kid. Keelan Moncrief. Like, Keelan Moncrief will still post pictures with her girls, but their faces are covered. Or her child will be running around in the back of her videos, but her face is blurred. So it's like, right, you're still a mother, you're still sharing content about being a mother, but your child is not the content. You're the content, you know? So I have no idea how to blur, so I would probably need to do some research into that. But definitely, I would never share my child's face. I just think it's so dangerous like, people have no regard for other people online. Like, you've just seen there, somebody came in, wrote my car reg in, no regard for, like, I'm a woman. Do you never think that could make me feel really unsafe? That people just would know what my reg is, to know where I am, to know where my car is, you know? Like, and it's just the lack of respect that people have for other people. Like, whether you like someone or not, there's a degree of, you just don't do that shit, and it happens all the time on social media. And I'm just imagining if I had a child, people saying, oh, her kid is so ugly like her, and all this stupid shit. Or, oh, her kid goes to this school, I seen them in this school, nah, I couldn't deal with that. It would send me west. Like, I would never feel like my kid is safe, and I'd never feel like I'm safe, and I feel like my kid is being bullied because of me, which I just would never like, you know what I mean? So yeah, definitely I will never show my kid's face, and I'm really stern on that, really, really strict on that. Also, I think, I say this now, but like, if I actually had a kid, would I be able to stick to it? But I think no phone until they're like 12. That's what I think. Ooh, no, I didn't get my coil replaced. Guys, my eyes don't usually react this bad. Yeah, I use the hair mask. I love the K18 hair mask. Gee, man. Yeah, I was like 13 getting my first phone. I think primary school, no phone. I don't care if your friends have a phone. If your friends jumped off, I will say exactly what was said to me. If your friends jumped off a cliff, would you jump off a cliff? No. No phone. No access to social media. Thanks, Yvonne. Hope you're good. No access to social media until secondary school. And even then, like, I even feel like first year is too young, but obviously it's really hard at that point, and they're probably just going to do it behind your back. So, but yeah, I don't want to be like my mum though. Like, my mum was just really horrible, to be honest. I want my kid to understand why you don't have a phone. It's not because I'm a bitch and I'm a horrible person and a bad mom and all your friends have one. It's because I care about your safety, and I want you to develop normally without having insecurities that you shouldn't have. Like, I don't want my 8-year-old girl doing a full 12-step skincare routine, you know? Yeah. I just think it's ridiculous, like totally ridiculous. And you know, I was on holidays recently, and one of the little kids that was there on the holiday, it was a family holiday, He's in 6th class, doesn't have a phone, and he's 12, and you would never think he's 12. He's a kid. He acts like a kid, and it was so lovely to see. And that just really cemented to me, nah, my kid will not have a phone in primary. It's not necessary. Like, the parents that say, oh, well, my kid needs a phone so they can contact me. How did we all survive? I didn't have a fucking phone. I didn't have a phone. And we all survived just fine. We rang from the school's phone if we needed them, you know? There was never any necessity for me to have a phone in primary school, ever. That's a good idea, Amy. What's some of your rules for your kids, guys, that like you think isn't normal, or like not isn't normal, because having a phone at fucking 5 should not be normal, but unfortunately it is. But things that like maybe you think other people would disagree with. I don't. Katie, they're actually finished where I was going to. So sad. She doesn't do them anymore. I don't allow YouTube or YouTube Kids. Oh my God, like my little cousin has an American accent. Like so many kids now have American accents from YouTube. Outside playing, fully agree. Fully agree. I will encourage playing outside, going out on the streets and playing with your friends. Obviously, like, not when you're like 5 years old, but you know, the way that we did, like going and calling for your neighbour and playing on the green, like that is the type of childhood that I want my kid to have. Never. Even as a teenager, you are not staying out until fucking midnight, even as a teenager, or 11 or 10. I think it is madness. Like, I see teenagers walking around now at like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, what is going on? Drinking's allowed in secondary school. I actually agree with this, okay? And people are going to get on my ass for this, but my little cousin was allowed to drink, okay? Like, from the age of about 14, she was allowed a glass of champagne on Christmas. And then she was allowed the garlic I need to do. She was allowed like a little drink at Christmas, like something real weak, like. And do you know what? She never in her life went out drinking on the streets. Never. She never went drinking with her friends. She never went out and hid drinking behind her parents' backs. Exactly. Totally agree. I was doing it every other weekend because I wasn't allowed to do it, so I didn't really care. But she never did it, ever. And it's because she knew, like, if I want to have a drink, if I want to try a drink, I can just ask my mum and we can try it together. I think with alcohol, number one, I don't really drink at all. So I don't think we'll ever be, like, encouraged. But if I would much rather be open and be like, okay, if you're going to do something, I'd rather it be in a safe environment. And you know, because some of the situations that I had myself in as a teenager, I don't know how I'm alive, honestly. I really don't. Like the amount of times I've ran away and went drinking with random fucking people, like groups of lads that are way older than us, and things happened, like bad things happened. So yeah. Guys, what is the Dublin Rosegate thing that you're all on about? And why have I not heard about it? Oh my God, girl, you will definitely find better. You are going to look back and laugh at the fact that you're even saying that. Honestly, the best advice I can give you about a breakup is just to stay busy. Stay around your friends. Keep your mind occupied. And remember, you broke up for a reason. An ex is an ex for a reason, and 99% of the time, it's not better to go back. I know Jenny Bardas just got back with her ex, but that's a different scenario. I actually met Jenny's fella, and he's a lovely dude, and I'm glad they've worked it out. But like 99% of the time, it's not like that. So, yeah. I'm cooking pasta, prawn pasta. When is your pod back? No idea. Your girl is still very busy. Honest opinion on Princess Maya. No, I would never pay for it again, Laura. Honestly, I was disgusted with my whole experience. And also, we only went a minute up the road to the Sun Beach. So much better. And that's like a budget hotel, like a family budget hotel. We had such a better time. Do you know how much it cost us to get a few things washed? Because they don't give you a fucking iron in the room. So Alex had to get a couple of bits washed just so that they could be ironed. €90. 90 fucking euro. Oh, I would discourage smoking. Like, just, I would be upset if my child smoked. I would never react the way that my mum did. My mum went absolutely crazy, started breaking up the cigarettes that she found, trying to, like, she just went absolutely nuts about it, and it actually just made me not listen to her, and I should have listened to her because my mum was a smoker and she was saying, this is going to ruin your whole life, and she was right. But I didn't listen because she went crazy, and we all know with teenagers, the minute you start screaming and shouting, that's when they stop listening. So yeah, I would, just because I know, like, I was so addicted to smoking. Our photographer from the hotel had to bring us an iron. Yeah, so ridiculous. Like, with the garlic, I know, Kelly, but I have tried lazy garlic, and in my head it doesn't taste the same. I know it does, but I convinced myself that it doesn't. Have I done this right? Oh yeah, I have. And I know it's ridiculous. Okay, what am I doing with the tagliatelle? Okay, I feel like, let's take that off for a minute. And let's pop this on. Oh, I kind of want to swap these now, so this is awkward. Oh, I don't know if I have any of my spray oil, and I don't like using the bottled olive oil. Like, I don't use the fry light or anything like that. Like, I think they're all gimmicks, to be honest, and every time I try and cook with it, everything burns and it's a nightmare. But I do have a spray bottle of oil that I love, and it just gives you more control as to how much you're actually using. See, I feel like I need more, and that's probably way too much, but anyways. Okay. No, I think there's plenty of Irish influencers who went to uni, but I also don't think Rebecca said that. I think you lot are always making up stuff and saying that Rebecca said it. And I think it's actually a really nasty thing to do, because somebody could believe that she said that. I think for some reason you lot really love to pick on that girl. If she actually said that, then no, I completely disagree with that. I think it's a really silly thing to say. I think there's a lot of influencers who have gone to uni, gone to college. I also don't think you're a better person because you went to college. Oh, that's a good idea, Gizmo. I think in this day and age, college is not the be all and end all of everything. And plenty of people are very successful without going to college. So yeah, I don't agree with that when she said that. I don't think that's a nice thing to say. Oh, it's so hard when they leave, but just think, it's such a short time in the greater scheme of life. That's what I tell myself about my sister, and that's what I told my sister, because my poor sister was in an awful way leaving. Like, she has her whole life ahead of her in Ireland. And it's just we're having like a prawn tagliatelle thing. Okay, how long are these going in? Fuck, I need my timer. Oh, my Alexa's right there. I can use that as a timer. Let's do that. These are 4 minutes. They've probably been in like a minute, so 29-ish. And the tagliatelle is going in for how long? Jesus Christ, only 3 or 4 minutes. My goodness. I'm gonna do 5 just because I can, so we'll leave it until 31. And I need to, oh, the fan is killing the sound. I'll pop this here. Hey, I was hoping to get your advice on how to deal with creepy men on here. Aoife, just block. There's literally nothing else you can do. They are just the banes of society, and my advice is honestly just block. So this is 30 and this is 31. I wish there was more advice I can give you or tell you that there's something you can do. If it's something that you're genuinely worried about your safety, definitely guards. But if it's just men being creeps, block. Just never be afraid of that block button. Block. I block so many people every day. I don't care. My peace. Yeah, it can seem like that Aoife was something posted or did something trigger it. Just block, block, block. And also comment filters. Comment filters are your best freaking friends. I'm not defensive, I just didn't think she would say that. I think that's a crazy thing to say. I wouldn't agree with anybody saying that ever. I don't think you can box anybody off as they can or they can't do something just because they're an influencer. I just don't think it's nice. That's all. Right, so now we're gonna do this stuff. Was it scary to go in the driverless car? No. I actually felt safer. The most dangerous thing on the roads are humans. And me and Alex both said the same thing. We both genuinely felt safer in the driverless car. And I met another person recently who had been in America and was in a Waymo, and they said the exact same thing. They felt safer. Okay, then the chopped tomatoes. No. I haven't got composite bonding. Here it would be a waste because I have god awful crowns instead. Okay. Oh. Okay. Then we're gonna add our stock. Shanice has and Casey has. There's no drama. Now we're going to grab our prawns and we're actually going to turn this up to 6 because I have it on 5. I think that's a little bit lower. Am I ovulating? No. Why would you ask me that? What sort of question is that to ask a woman? I'm so confused. Guys, you can't see it because it's in my filter. Hold on, let me exact it. Okay, this should be done now in the Tagliatelle. There's only one way to find out. Oh yeah, she feels done. I need to save some of the pasta water. Okay. Now, we need to cover this and we're going to cook it. Alexa, set timer for 6 minutes. Thank you. Alexa, play Olivia Rodrigo Drop Dead. Now, where is my colander? It's here. We're going to save some pasta water. Pasta water. Stalked you on the internet. Leave that there for a minute to dry. Yeah, I go gym. I was only there last night. No, my hair doesn't shed into my food. Not that I've noticed anyway. And I'm sure I would notice something like that. Summer over Christmas, so I'm not really big into Christmas. Will you try a Christmas tree this year? Probably. I always have to time mine on. Yeah, I don't really notice, but even if my hair did follow my food, I would still eat it. Right guys, I'm gonna go. Love you all.